I know,
I've seen it, it looks good, man.
I'm putting it up.
Well, that's a bad,
We'll have another follow-on announcement as well. So I'll announce this one on behalf of the chamber, and then on behalf of Post 12186.
yeah.
So our local young man just was awarded from the Department of Florida across the entire state scholarship for the Voice of Democracy, in which we're going to have him travel up to with his family to Washington D.C. for a tour.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Right, little old 12186. I told you we're doing things.
I'm impressed, I mean,
A quick drive-by tour of that. On the way down here, it was about, I forgot the GPS and
I'm tired of it.
took the wrong
DC.
exit and,
I'm tired of going to DC.
yeah. Well, I
Especially now, I see all the snow on the ground. I used to go every year to, we address our Congress as far as getting bills passed. Then they voted me on, I was on the state, state commander. Then I became state executive board, member, National Executive Committee. And then they voted me on the national, board. And I was there on the National, Veterans, Advisory Committee.
Yeah. I was up there, geez, when I was 12 years old, I got to go to the, into the Washington Monument and climb up to the top of the,
What? Okay, is there something, this has all changed since I was in charge. Well, you just open it up?
Yeah, we can open it up and start with approving of the minutes.
Okay. Ballot for
Or if you
regular
want to
member.
give John a couple more minutes.
This one here, maybe they can raise their hands in case somebody don't know who they are, but if they're out here,
come on, John, get up here. These look good on the camera there.
we turn these into you, right? So it's secret ballot?
It's all public record.
All right, I'm gonna open it up. I was gonna say it's 4:00, but it's 5 after 4. I'd like to open up this meeting for the Veterans Advisory Board. If there's anybody here, I guess the same as Board of Adjustments, right? If there's anybody here that wants to speak at this meeting, please stand up and get sworn in.
Yeah, well, pledge of allegiance. We do pledge of allegiance first?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, rise, possible pledge of allegiance. United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Thank you.
All right, back to the ones that want to speak. Can you just come up and raise your hand and get sworn in?
Not sure about the swearing in part, but my name is Dave McKinley. I've got two things on behalf of us here in Oldsmar. I am on behalf of the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. This coming week, we've got the Oktoberfest that's going on. That will be Friday, January 31st, February 1st and 2nd. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. all of those events throughout the week, right next to the City Hall lot, will be free to veterans in relation to this meeting. And so I wanted to make that announcement. The second one is on behalf of myself as the post commander for VFW 12186 right here in the city of Oldsmar. Excuse me. This weekend, there was a midwinter convention that went on for the entire state of Florida with combat veterans and our family members, where we had a Voice of Democracy competition, which is an audio essay that's completed by a high school student. That young man, Jackson Settle, from the city of Oldsmar, represented himself and all of us in this community extremely well. He was selected out of over 700 competitors across the entire state to advance, earning a scholarship and moving forward up to, with an invite to Washington, D.C. for a tour up there and to compete for the entire state of Florida with everyone else across the nation. That's 52 other competitors, and I just wanted to make that announcement on behalf of him, his family, and all of us veterans. I will be able to share that speech shortly. If you have an opportunity to listen to it, he has a lot of great things to say. And again, we want to continue to promote positive youth engagement here, especially in conjunction with our veterans in this great city. So, thank you.
When you say Washington DC, do you mean
Washington,
part of
D.C.
your VFW time up there at DC where you addressed congressional?
Correct. So the legislative committee happens once a year.
Right.
And when that happens within the VFW, the policy is right now that those Voice of Democracy and Patriots Pen award winners from each state will advance and have an opportunity to potentially present on C-SPAN to the entire country. It's a high honor, well-deserved, and the young man did very well.
All right, thank
Any
you.
other questions, sir?
No, we do that also on once a year
That's good.
in DC.
That is the
Are we able to speak?
little old Oldsmar, right? And
about,
our
that-
local veterans and families continue to do things in the community. I'm proud to continue to serve. Thank you.
All right,
Okay. One thing, Dave, if you do, being you're involved with the youth and also Voice of Democracy.
Yes, sir.
At one time we had, and I'm sure we still have placements on this board for teen voices.
Okay.
And would welcome them as, although they're not voting members, but we'd like the input from up-and-coming future
Absolutely.
responsible children.
I'm sure they'd be interested.
They can be as of, we had two at one, and we were down to only one last year. She had to drop out because of age or whatever, but if you know anybody that's interested, because you have kind of the voice of Oldsmar and or surrounding areas, and along with the schools, there's always placement for two, what do they call, Chip, what do they call those?
Team members.
Teen advisory board members. So there's, in addition to all the alternates and the board members that sit here, we'd really welcome their input.
Very well.
Because you kind of get a different view of the children have different views of how organizations, how things run.
We
and
certainly
what
did.
they would like to see. So,
All right. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
you're saying that's beyond this here? I mean, we have people that are volunteering for the board.
Yeah, no, these aren't the people.
I'm saying we have now.
The people that are volunteering for the board are board members. The teens are just a teen member of the board. They would sit on the board as teen members.
Because you said they had voting.
No, they did not have voting rights.
All right,
Thank you.
I want to, Jerry Beeverlin, please stand forward.
Bless you. Jerry Beaverland, Pine Avenue South. I guess nobody cares where I live. Is John coming?
I don't know yet. I haven't heard.
I wanted John here.
I'm John.
Well, the other John. I don't know. I've got to say this, okay? I've been mayor for 12 years and on the city council for 29 years. I started this board. I started this board back in 1996 because I thought it was very important to have a veterans board because I'm very patriotic. I try to be very patriotic. And I wanted him here. I'm the reason we have Veterans Park. You know that. I think you might know that.
I do.
The fellow that owned it is a friend of mine. And I found out he was going to sell it for condos, townhouses. So I went down there and said, Roger, you selling this thing for town? He already had two people that wanted to buy the land down there for townhouses. And I said, Roger, I want it for the city. He said, well, since you're asking me, and we are friends, he said, I'll give the city first choice on it. He said, I want 2.2 million for it. I came right back down on the next day and told the city manager that we were gonna buy that down there. It's surprising to me, the city manager said, yes, let's go for it. I only had one council member that didn't, and you all know him, and he was in the reserves and voted against Veterans Park, by the way. Then I went to Tallahassee with two other members of the city, not city council, but the city government, that went to Tallahassee and spoke before a board up there for 5 minutes, pleaded for money, and they were turning cities down right and left for grants. There was a fellow up there sitting, he says, I know Mr. Beaverland, and I didn't know him. He says he usually gets what he wants for his city. He says, I make a move, I move that we give the city back 1.2 million because we bought the land and didn't put townhouses there. And I said, we want it for a park. And that's how we got, I left little papers up there to show you what it looked like before it became Veterans Park. It's up there in front of you somewhere.
I remember when some people wanted it to be senior citizen park. Some people wanted it to be this kind of park and that kind. So we finally got it.
They were blowing in the wind.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we got Veterans Park. The board is because of me. That doesn't mean it wouldn't be established later in life, but I got it. Now I want to ask you all something before I get into this. What is the purpose now of the Veterans Board, Advisory Board? Can somebody tell me?
Just a smooth transaction for the Veterans Day and Memorial Day celebration.
That's what it is now.
Also, and that's why these guys gave it up, is because on the DD 214s, people coming up to be eligible to go on the wall, if you remember.
Oh, yeah, that's part of it. That's
Right.
part of it. So that's also part of, that's one of the things I put into this. It came before. In fact, if you remember, I don't know, you may not remember, that a lot of things on veterans would come before the city. And I said, no, they need to come before the Veterans Advisory Board that we're going to set up, and I did. And then I went, Gulliver Village invited me down there to speak at their Veterans dedication on Memorial Day in 1996. And I went down there, and they had a little memorial out there in front of the rec center. And I spoke, and to me it was so patriotic. And I thought, why isn't the city of Oldsmar celebrating Memorial Day and Veterans Day? And the people in Gulliver are. I came back to the city council and I told them, I didn't ask them, I told them, we're going to start celebrating, memorializing, or whatever you want to say, Veterans Memorial Day and Veterans Day. And I appointed a group out of the city, and we bought a memorial and set it next to City Hall. And in 1996, we had the first Memorial Day. And ever since then, we have celebrated Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Okay. I came here at the last meeting, And I wished he was here, that's why I'm here. He upset me. Now, I'm gonna get what I say. He upset me. What I want is a walk of freedom down at Veterans Park. I want a walk of freedom. I want a pathway, a walkway all the way around it. Then I want memorials. We're gonna get it. I want memorials, memorials to the Revolutionary War, War of 1812, the Civil War, or when the Marines invaded, whatever they invaded way back yonder. For World War I, World War II, Korea, a memorial. Both of you served in the next one. I tried to re-enlist and they wouldn't take me because I had too many kids. Vietnam. Take President Johnson and set him over there in it. Anyway, I want that memorial, and I brought it up at the last board meeting. And you know the first thing he said, you remember? We don't want to do anything. We don't want. What do you mean you don't want to do anything? It's for the veterans. Veterans are the ones that set this nation free, damn it. And we're going to get a walkway. And all I wanted to do was have you people back me up on it. I've always got people who's going to give money for each one of the things. She put it in the budget, but she didn't put any money in it. Because she put it in the budget because she knew that I was upset. And I wanted the damn thing. I want to thank you all for who you are. Now, can you support me in building?
Mark just told me time's up.
Oh, I'm gonna keep you here for next. He doesn't need to go home.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you all, and any help you can give me, please. It's for the veterans, okay? And I had to say what I said because I enlisted before he was even born. Okay. Y'all want to send me home now? No. Thank you all for what you do.
Thank you.
Help me get that walkway down there. I'll get the money.
I'd like to add that there is a walkway around there, and you could use that as a starter to put the memorials around.
Yeah, the two that are down there now?
Yeah, you got the walkway that surrounds the park. You wouldn't have to have it from end to end, but it'd be a good starter.
I want the walkway all the way around it, all the way down, all the way down.
No, I was saying, if there is a walkway there. You got the chairs along the path right now, and these are the memorials.
Well, it'll be a path all the way around it. I mean, all the way around it with monuments to the Revolutionary War. Any battle that veterans were in to make this city free, I want that memorial there. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
I see you're getting Mark mad now.
And thank you too for what you've done.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Guys that are veterans. I'll shut up.
All right. Now, we don't have an agenda, so what's the,
Well, we do,
To vote on the missing members for the missing
oh,
seats.
okay.
we do have the agenda.
Then go off and.
All right, I guess we're up to discussing Memorial Day right now.
We're still on the
Well, we
first
have to,
item.
the first one was approve the minutes of September 23rd meeting.
Oh, from the last meeting?
Yes, first item on the agenda would be to approve the minutes of the September 23rd Veterans Advisory Meeting.
Only what, have one that wasn't present at the last meeting.
Correct, we had Nicolas Calderon. He wasn't present, but he resigned. So there's no reason to excuse his absence, he resigned.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the September 23rd, 2024 Veterans Advisory Meeting.
Yep, and I'll second it.
Okay,
all right,
all in favor?
aye.
Covered all, thanks. I didn't mean to take your spot, but, okay. Okay.
All right, we have what, the minutes? As far as approving the minutes from the last meeting?
Yeah, we just did that, yes. We're good?
Excuse absence. From the last meeting, I think it was,
We don't have that. Which, I think we're ready to interview the applicants. Are you guys ready to interview the applicants for the vacant position?
Yeah, we did, we're okay. Now, if we're going down by line, we interview the applicants for the 3 vacant member positions
right.
and 1 alternate.
One regular, 2 alternate.
Yep. These are regular positions, because we had voting on those positions at the
Well,
last
yeah,
meeting.
but we had 3 people drop, or,
Oh, since then?
yes.
Yeah, it's been,
There were a lot of people drop and, what, 1 resigned, 3 resigned.
Right.
We had 3 resignations. So,
Were they
so
veterans?
we actually have 4, technically, I guess we have 4 positions. No, we have 1 regular and 2 alternate positions is what we have.
So we might as well go ahead. I see we have people out here in the audience. Can you raise your hand if you're running for the board over there? We have, let me see, 4 people, correct?
Correct.
Huh?
We had 1 last-minute cancellation, and it looks like we have 2 applicants present here today with us. So you may choose 1 regular board member and 1 alternate board member. It's up to you.
Okay. And who do we have present?
We have Mr. Jeff Reed, and I believe we have Mr. Luke Curta.
We've already done the DD 214s and everything on those, right?
They don't have to do that. That's for Veterans Wall.
That was what?
That's a requirement for the
Oh.
Veterans Wall.
Right, but these right here are members that they want to be on the board, right? All right. How many did you say positions we have? Because it looks like we're even out there right now. 4?
We have 3 openings and 2 applicants here today.
All right. Who are the applicants that are here today? 2?
Okay.
Well,
You know, bring them up, let them,
yeah,
tell me your story.
just say a little something about yourself.
Hi, my name's Jeff Reed. I updated my application form. It's the same questions. I submitted my information over a year ago, in January 2024.
Thank you.
And I heard back from Jenny about a month ago or a month and a half ago. I was in the Army 28 years. I've been in all the components, the Army, the National Guard, the Reserves, and then the IRR too. So I currently work in the Plans Directorate in CENTCOM. So I know you guys want to have a successful Memorial Day and Veterans Day. I have a lot of access to the senior leaders there, both military and civilian. I'm a combat veteran. I live in Palm Harbor. I'm sorry I don't live in Oldsmar, but I like the little town. I grew up in a little town in Missouri, and I've retired here and plan on staying here in Florida. I would love to help the board in any way. I think we have to raise awareness of the board and when you guys meet, so we have other participants and other topics to discuss. There's a lot out there. I'm also a younger generation, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'd like to help as much as possible. Do you have any questions of me?
Yeah, is it still a condition that you have to live in Oldsmar?
No.
So you can be on any board?
No, it's just the Veterans Board that doesn't require that you actually live in Oldsmar. But I live in Palm Harbor. I drive by Oldsmar every day on the way to and from work, so.
All right. Anybody have
That was the only
questions?
question I had. I didn't know, I thought it, but if there's a clearance on that, that's fine. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Lou Curto. I would hope that my application was somewhere to be reviewed by the board in case you had any questions of me. Well, I've been in Oldsmar, I've actually been in Florida since, it'll be 5 years this May. And I've been in Oldsmar for 3 of the 5. I just purchased a house over in Gull Air Village, and so I like this town. I was in the military for 30 years. I served under 8 different presidents, and I started in the Marine Corps in June of 1970, and ended up retiring in March of 2011. So I had a break in service. I just feel that the veterans, like the military, are probably one of the most underserved group of individuals. And it's not necessarily on purpose, it's just the fact that all of us seem to do what we need to do, and we're not expecting any recognition for it. So I think it's important to have not only the veterans, this board, help lead this crusade, but also the fact that we need to ensure that we embrace, as this gentleman just pointed out, all ages, all genders. I think it's important that, because I was in I did 3 tours, 2 in Afghanistan, 2 in Iraq, and 1 in Afghanistan in 3 years. I had women on all my teams. And I take them anywhere, any place, anytime. So I hope that we would be able to do a little outreach in that sector. So I just think it's, I've worked in the veterans realm, not sort of ad hoc, just doing what I can. I am also a disabled vet. I am part of the VA PSTD outreach program, having suffered it myself. We have a board that actually has, I don't know if any of you ever heard of the Veterans Trial Court?
To who?
The Veterans Trial Court. So what that is a program in all 50 states. And basically what it tries to do is intercede, and every single one of these courts is approved by the state attorney general in each state. And essentially what they try to do is intercede for a veteran who perhaps just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And rather than go to jail, the Veterans Court takes over for them. So these are kinds of things that I just want to make sure that it gets at least some sort of notice so that people could be aware of it. But that's just another thing. I just feel I've been very blessed in my military career. I've been blessed in my personal life and professional life, and this is the only way we can give back. And as I said, I think I'd like to be on the board, perhaps give another view. I'm not as young as that gentleman, so, but I do think that being able to communicate, to all the generations of veterans, I think is very, very important. And I think that's probably one of the areas that I would like to help focus on. Any questions of me?
No, our whole idea of this is to make sure that we're the best thing in town. I mean, you know, there's a lot of different ceremonies going on. But we used to start out with just a couple out there. Now it's standing room only. So we want to continue that same thing. So we're looking for people that will give some input and what we could do to get members and so on. So you're right there.
Well, I have served on several nonprofit boards. I've also served in the capacity of executive board as well as a board director, as well as finance committee chair. So I just think that there's only one way to help, is to give back. And that's really where I think is the most important thing, and that's just an asset that I've always tried to provide. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So now,
You have one more, the one in the back? No?
no, we're good. No. Dave don't want to play. Okay.
We got one more meeting
Okay.
to convince me.
Come on, man. Look at the crew you stay with. Okay. So now I guess we would take the ballots, follow out who you would like to have as an alternate and who you would like to have as a regular, and just check.
Well, we need 3 regulars, right?
Well, we
One
have,
regular and 2 alternates.
we have one regular, so one of the 2 gentlemen will be a regular, and the other gentleman will be an alternate. We will still have a position for 1 alternate. So,
We can bring more applicants to the next meeting.
say again, please?
We can bring more applicants to the next meeting.
Yeah, we can bring, they said, we'll bring more applicants to the next meeting, or these other 2 gentlemen, or, I'm gonna get you up here sooner or later. Okay, you might as well take the seat, or something. So I think at this time, like I says, we have the 2 names. We have Lou and Jeff that are here and present. All we have to do is write who we would like as alternate and who we would like as regular on this, and turn it into the clerk, and she can read it.
All right. First, I'd like to throw it out there and see who wants to be a regular and who wants to be a,
For clarification purposes, what's the difference?
The alternate member would only substitute for a regular member if regular member cannot make the meeting.
But the alternate member should attend all the meetings also.
Vote when they're on here. Right.
I want to be a regular member.
Okay. All right.
Scott, I think it would be best, So, I have annual physicals, through the VA, and, I'm a cancer survivor. And, fortunately, this last physical that I had, I have to go back into cancer pre-screening. So I think, and I didn't, that wasn't aware to me when I put in the application. So I think I think an alternate for me right now would be the best bet, because I start on February 7th.
okay? That saves us from voting. Yeah.
I started out,
But, you know, you still gotta make each meeting, all right? And believe me, the alternate might be a regular a week later. That's the way things been going.
Yeah, we've been having some pretty good turnout.
Still like to vote?
What?
Would you still like to vote?
We'll need to vote because they kind of pick their own positions. So you want to welcome them to the board then?
I'm gonna welcome you right now.
Can we make a motion just?
Okay,
Sure.
well, we'll make a motion to welcome
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Jeff and Lou to the,
We can't be too picky, you know what I mean?
yeah, okay. Okay. Jo-
I'm looking around here, what we have here now, but yeah,
Seriously.
no, I came here as an alternate myself.
Okay, right.
I got it, first meeting I came to, my name was on it.
So, sir, ma'am,
Can we please make a motion for each individual member, just for the record?
okay.
It's clear.
Okay. Do I make a motion for each individual member?
No, no.
To
So like-
become a? By name?
Yeah,
By name, so. Would you like me to make a motion?
yeah,
Okay. Okay, I make a motion to have Jeff Reed as a regular member of the Veterans Advisory Committee. And we vote on that?
we have a second on that?
Okay, I need a
Yeah,
second.
second it.
All right,
Okay, on favor?
now we can vote.
Discussion? No, it would be discussion. No discussion?
Got a second here.
I got a second. There's discussion after the second? None?
Nope.
Just call for a vote?
Call for
On
the
favor,
vote.
signify by saying aye. I'm not running this, but okay. Oh, everybody agree?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm pulling teeth out there. Okay. Okay. And now for the, now for the position of alternate, I'd like to have Lou and your last name is, sir? Curto. Okay, I didn't want to chop it up. Okay, have Lou as a our first alternate position for the Board of Adjustment.
I second it.
Veterans
First
Advisory.
it.
Say.
That's
Hold on.
it.
Okay.
You're trying to take care of two things at once, huh?
Yeah, it's, you wouldn't believe it. Okay, I'd like to have Lou Curto to be a member of be an alternate member of the Veterans Advisory Committee. Thank you, sir. And,
Need a second on that?
did I second?
I
Okay.
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're not doing a roll call, are you, or you want to do a roll call?
That's okay.
Okay.
You should remember this is the
Hey,
easiest.
welcome
one
aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
There you go, congratulations, you made it.
Thank you.
You guys are doing a fantastic job. I look forward to working with you very soon.
Okay.
All you have to do is pay the cashier on the way out, and you're good to go.
Okay. I get, no other, we got Memorial Day celebration for discussion? Okay.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. John Lindsay, City of Oldsmar Park and Recreation Supervisor and Specialist.
Just 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Because they're now board members, can they have a seat up here?
They have to be ratified with.
Oh, they're
City
gonna be
Council.
ratified by the city? Okay. Okay, I thought they had went to the city council prior to coming, but now it's gonna go to the city council. Okay, so it'll be the next meeting. Thank you.
As far as wars, they have wars with the weather.
Okay. Okay.
So, gentlemen, let's just kind of do some cursory discussions about what you want to do for Memorial Day. I kind of have a footprint already created, the same thing we've done, the last few years. Anything you want to add to that? So, right now, we're looking at Memorial Day having bagpipers, color guard, singers for the national anthem. We would need to get a speaker, a keynote. We kicked around the idea, I think, the last meeting, about possibly having students write essays about what Memorial Day means to them, kind of in line with what Dave was talking about, just, getting our youth more involved with the actual event. Our events are very popular, they're very well attended, but it's basically the older veterans and their families, and I'm trying to figure out a way to let's get the youth involved so that this isn't something that just slowly disappears as we have less people coming to it. We need to really get the
Who's gonna do this presentation?
which presentation?
As far as, getting up and talking about what it means to them?
Well, I'm thinking, I'm just throwing out, I'm spitballing ideas, maybe go to the schools and ask them to do a little essay contest about what Memorial Day means to them. Kids are still in school, well, they're just getting out of school when we do Memorial Day. So, it would be timely. But again, that would be your decision if you want to go forward with that.
Pretty scared that they gotta go to school on Memorial Day, right?
No, they're off Memorial Day, but school ends at that week. That's,
Oh,
like, I
okay.
think
All
that
right.
Thursday school's out.
I guess if it wouldn't be too much trouble or imposition on the kids, because I'm sure with everything from the weather and missing days and jamming for finals and getting ready and everything that they do, I would have no problem with that, with having youth participation and what it means to me. That would be fine.
Okay.
Like I said, just see how receptive they are.
And I'll go to the schools. I'll go to Oldsmar Elementary, and I'll go to Forest Lakes, and maybe Carwise Middle, maybe the high schools. We'll just kind of, throw it out
Okay,
there and see what we
I
got.
was thinking more of the middle school to high school version as compared to an elementary school. I don't think the elementary school just from raising my daughter, just no clue. Being a vet myself, and I like to instill a little bit of knowledge through, but it's just like, nah, man, I'm playing my video games.
Right.
So, that's just my opinion.
That's fine.
It's-
No,
It's your,
That's why I'm asking these questions, yeah.
okay,
Well,
sure.
looking back, I'd have to congratulate you on your last selection for that little girl that did the song at the,
Yeah, she was really good, yeah.
their little brothers down in the audience, and
We've been very lucky on our youth participation in terms of who we have coming out and
And
doing
her-
things.
her
Like the
mother was-
bagpipers are always that's always a big
was in
win.
that same row, I could see her mother real proud of
Yeah.
all of them there.
Okay. And I guess now you have a contact with Jeff saying he works out of McDill.
Oh, yeah, now that Jeff's on board, Jeff's gonna hate us because we're gonna be just pounding away at Jeff.
I talked to a coworker, he said he could do a speech, I mean, you guys tell me what you want, and I probably can find it, so.
Something not all that long, because we have,
He wouldn't speak that long, so.
we have,
He's active.
we have a lot of seniors out there, and this is an 11 o'clock start, Memorial Day, so it's gonna be a little more heat out there,
Oh, yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah, it's about an hour total.
Keyword.
yeah.
Anything you wanna see that we haven't done already, I guess is my question to you.
No.
Did you come out of Veterans Day or the last Memorial Day saying, God, I wish we would have done that instead?
No, I think everything, in my opinion, was run excellent. I see no changes or whatever.
The only, the only thing we have to figure out is keynote speaker.
Right.
Also, let me see, keynote speaker, who's gonna do, the national anthem?
Yeah, that's all on my plate. Actually, I already have a singer, I already have the bagpipes, we already have the color guard. I mean, if you wanted to do Memorial Day tomorrow, I could pretty much put that together for you. That's how far in the process we are already.
And I guess even John's not here, but we'll just have him be the MC again.
Yeah, he does a good job. Yeah, he does a
He'll-
really good job.
No, I mean, we'll just let him know you are
Yeah,
the
yeah,
MC.
yeah.
got
You
voted
guys
on.
can,
Yeah.
vote on that today and say, when he
You
comes
got-
back.
You got voted on, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
You've been
being-
voluntold.
Being absent doesn't count.
yeah, right. That's what happens when you don't show up.
Okay, great. Thank
Just
you, sir.
don't pick, there's a new sheriff in town.
Is, the only thing that I had seen, which was kind of shaky, like I said, was when we had the eagle and the firing of the weapons or whatever, the gun salute, so we either have one or the other. I think as, the one year we did have the eagle.
Yeah.
We also had a rifle salute,
Right.
and, I don't think the eagle appreciated that too much.
Is the rifle salute something that you'd like?
That's usually done on Memorial Day, correct?
Right.
No, it's not. Tell me about it. It's on Veterans Day. You don't want it. Could you stand up, please?
Take on it, Mark. It's just the coordinating efforts to make sure that we're getting all those things that are in. And I'll tell you what, on Memorial Day, we've brought out that eagle several times. It's a great photo op for everyone on the side. I would leave it as it is.
Okay.
We already have the color guard that's tapped out, and there's a lot of other entities that are out there that are having, the calendar's already full.
Okay.
And again, the coordinating efforts of that might be a little too challenging at this point.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, it was just the one time we did have the eagle and we had the rifle salute, and the eagle just didn't appreciate that at all.
No, we had to have the eagle leave.
Yeah. So, thank you. Okay, so we'll just leave the eagle if he's available, because I think last year he wasn't, he was ill or whatever, so have an ill eagle. Never mind, that's a bad joke. It didn't go that way. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that pretty much covers it.
I just had an idea, are you object to your political representative speaking? I do have contacts with Anna Paulina Luna.
She spoke at our last meeting.
Okay, well, I mean, I could ask her again to come to the Memorial Day. I mean, if you guys want to, I mean, you know, that's a possibility. So I know
Okay.
we're chief of staff and several people in her staff.
I mean,
I can ask.
I've been watching her on TV. She does seem to be pretty busy. I mean,
Well, she likes to be on TV.
She likes
but-
to be on TV,
But that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. If you tell her, you know, you're coming down here, this is her congressional district. I
Right.
mean, it's not like, you know, it's her constituents, and she is a veteran too. So.
well, that would be, you'd work with Chip and
Okay.
and the other one on that one. So you two, I mean, if you want it, and that's fine. Because we usually have, I'm sorry, we usually do have representatives from the county, county commission. We have state representatives.
We put, we send out invitations to the county commission, obviously our city leaders, and then we do send some to our senators and our House representatives as well. John can work together with Jeff after he's brought on by the council
Right.
as his official, and then you guys can work it out together as the planners for the event. I think that would be,
That'd be great.
and then maybe we relinquish John just to the MC part,
Okay.
unless Jeff wants to MC. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We're gonna break your feet to the fire. Okay, I mean,
but we'll get these two guys together.
that'd be great, yeah. Yeah. You'd be surprised what you volunteered for. Okay.
That's fine.
You were in the Army, you would say, I wasn't supposed to volunteer, right? Didn't learn.
Put you down for all of them, right?
Okay. That pretty much covers it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Sen-
Item 4, if you have any board comments.
I have none. Any board comments?
No.
No?
Now,
Good board comments?
keynote speaker you got covered, right?
They're gonna work on it together.
Okay. And as far as the taps and all that, what do we got going there?
So we have, we'll have bagpipes for that. So the last Memorial Day, we had pipers from Dunedin, and we had them play a song in the beginning, and then we ended the ceremony with Amazing Grace, and that's the plan for this year as well.
All right.
Great.
City's good with all that?
Okay, number 5, I guess that's it. Guess we call
All
for,
I get a motion to,
call for adjournment?
yeah,
Okay, go for it.
all right, need a motion to adjourn?
Okay, yep.
Second?
Yes, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Great, thank you. And
Nice to meet you. Yeah, we were working together.
Okay.